All right, I saw a video and it irritated me to no end, and I'm going to post about it. First of all, it had a woman bitching to Donald Trump that she wants to make the same thing as a man. Ladies, there's nothing stopping you from making the same thing as a man. There's no patriarchy. This patriarchy thing that you have is in your freaking imagination. You can do anything that you put your mind to. However, there's certain women that decide that there's certain jobs that they will leave up to a man. There are certain things that they would leave up to the men to do that they would not attempt to do. Um, and there are certain things that some people are just not willing to do because they're not willing to put in the work. They want the money, but they're not motivated enough to do what it takes to get the money. So that's why you're not on the same level. Point blank, those are you that are not on the same level. Granted, there are some women out there that are on a very high level that are motivated to go out there and do whatever it takes to do whatever it is to get what they have. Uh, Congratulations to them. But to the rest of you that are wishing you had and do not have, and then in the same breath complain that men make more because of this imaginary patriarchy that's in your imagination is a bunch of bullshit. So right now you're blaming your problems on a patriarchy that does not exist, and you are the root cause of your problems. That's in a nutshell what's going on with you. So my first job was the United States Army. My first real job was the United States Army. I got out of the Army. I went into armed security, unarmed security, armed security, and then I went back to college at 28, graduated college at 30 with an associate's degree in pipe fitting technology. I become a certified pipe fitter. I know how to read blueprints. I had to do trigonometry, geometry. I had to learn how to take an asymmetric view, plan view, and put it together. Hand draw it, dimension in feet and inches using trig and geometry, blueprint reading, the whole 9 yards. The whole shebang was in a damn 2 year course. And we had classes where we had hands on having to make stuff and whatever. So I get done with that shit in 2 years. Um, and I had such a passion for security. Yeah, despite my qualifications with that, I went back into private security, and then I went into corrections in Texas for 10 months. And then I went voluntarily resigned. I went to a small town for 2 years, resigned from the old job I had out there, and I relocated to Indiana. Brief stint at Verizon Wireless, and then I become a correctional sergeant within 12 months. My last full-time job ever was correction sergeant due to my benefits in the army. I was injured, severely injured in the middle of Iraq. The post-traumatic stress disorder is so bad that they have to pay me for the rest of my life. I am absolutely maxed out on disability, both social and VA disability maxed out. And with the fact that I don't pay taxes, combined with Social Security, it's more than what registered nurses make. So not even they have what I have. And my money is guaranteed to pay me for the rest of my life. I can no longer be fired. I cannot be fired. I cannot be harassed by employer because I don't have an employer. I went from earning checks to collecting checks for the rest of my life due to severe PTSD. So, not to mention, I have two black belts and two styles, like I've stated in previous videos. This is why your patriarchy is so much bullshit. Like, literally, I struggled just as much, if not more, because they sexually assaulted me twice, more than twice. Actually, it was one time in the army and 3 times when I got 2 years later. So, total of 4 times I got sexually assaulted by two men. I had way more challenges than you did. They denied my disability pay 3 times until my lawyer got involved and tore them apart. And then the judge signed off on it and agreed and gave me everything. My money was granted by a judge. not some low level employee. A fucking judge said pay the man, and they had no choice but to fucking pay. So um that's how my life started, how I ended up in this predicament, and how I'm compensated for the rest of my life due to what these assholes did to me. The excessive bullying, the sexual assaults, the excessive amounts of harassment for no fucking reason is why I get paid like this for the rest of my life. What they did to me was craziness, and they almost destroyed me. My self-esteem at one point was down the toilet, but now I'm back, badder than ever. And these assholes have paid the price for what they did to me. There is no patriarchy. There's nobody doing anything to you. There's like literally nobody that do. If you're held back, you're holding yourself back. If you did not experience what I experienced, you're holding yourself back. This is 100% of you. I'm out of here.